West Ham have endured a disastrous start to the Premier League season and are at growing risk of relegation despite being in the early stages. Nuno Espirito Santo's side lost 2-1 to Leeds at Elland Road on Friday night, with the new boss struggling to get a tune out of his players since replacing Graham Potter. The Hammers have won just one of their 9 Premier League games so far and sit in 19th place, just 2 points above bottom and 4 away from Fulham in 17th. As a result, frustrations are beginning to grow both on and off the pitch as performances and results have left supporters fearing relegation. West Ham fans have protested against the board on multiple occasions so far this season, but many are now turning their anger towards the team and the manager. Nuno has been heavily criticized at West Ham both by pundits and supporters, after failing to make a positive impact since arriving at the London Stadium. With the players looking defeated on the pitch and head beginning to drop, the boss must find a way to reverse their fortunes or risk coming under serious pressure. That is according to former Man United and West Ham senior scout Mick Brown, who remains very well connected within the game, as he exclusively told Football Insider that the lack of improvements under Nuno, alongside the fans turning, is not a good sign. West Ham look a sorry outfit at the moment, he told Football Insider. And the more games you lose, the worse that gets, because heads start to drop and it feels like everything is going against you, so it's difficult to turn that around. That's the manager's job, to get a hold of that and try to keep morale up, but he hasn't done that so far. The results haven't improved, performances haven't improved, the players are still struggling and the fans aren't happy. That isn't good for anybody. It seems large sections of the fans have turned against him already, and that's never a good sign. Nothing the West Ham board do will surprise me anymore, and they're in a very difficult situation where they're at huge risk of getting relegated if things don't improve. There will be serious questions asked of him if they keep losing, especially when they're losing to teams like Leeds who they need to be competing with. We saw what happened with Ange Postecoglou at Forest, so you can't really rule anything out. Meanwhile, Matt Le Tissier exclusively told Football Insider on 27th of October that West Ham are at serious risk of relegation and have not shown enough to avoid the drop. Nuno could follow Ange Postecoglou after shock dismissal. Postecoglou was appointed by Nottingham Forest after their shock decision to sack Nuno earlier this season, despite his success at the City Ground last term. However, Postecoglou lasted just 39 days at Forest before being sacked, and Nuno's position at West Ham could now also come into question after a similar time frame. Potter was sacked by West Ham on 27th of September, and just 1 month later, serious questions are already being asked of his replacement after a dismal run of form. While there is no indication that Nuno will be sacked anytime soon, the toxic environment at West Ham has ramped up pressure on the board to get things right. If results do not improve quickly, the Hammers will be at serious risk of dropping into the Championship, something they cannot afford to let happen.